Hello, SIBO practitioners. It's Dr. Jacobi here, just wanting to give you a brief review of the upcoming new course that we're offering called Advanced SIBO Case Management. The early bird ends very soon, October 28th, and so we wanted to kind of just give you a little taste of what is to come in this advanced course. Now, the advanced course is part of the newly released SIBO Mastery Program that we've updated a lot of our courses and have a much more streamlined path to be SIBO doctor approved. So the SIBO Mastery Program is sort of completed in 3 steps. First step is the fundamentals of SIBO, which teaches you all about the foundations of SIBO, anything from diagnosis to treatment to management of this condition, and many of you have already taken this. The second step is focusing deeper on issues of hydrogen sulfide, methane, and histamine. And then the Advanced SIBO Case Management course is level 3. And upon completion of all 3, you get to display this SIBO doctor approved seal on your website, and you're eligible to be listed in the SIBO doctor SIBO treating practitioner database. And we get so many requests for practitioners really worldwide who are SIBO experts. So it's a great way to be more visible in the online space, especially if you do specialize in SIBO and other gut disorders. So we thought it's a better way to streamline your whole process of education, and you get the bonus of being listed. Next year, 2020, very likely we will pursue more certification programs that will take it even further. So the reason I developed the Advanced SIBO Case Management course is because in my practice, I often see other conditions or other drivers of inflammation and chronic SIBO that prevent the patient from overcoming SIBO. That can include poor detoxification, immune dysregulation, food sensitivities and reactions, very often chronic sympathetic nervous system activation, leaky gut and microbial imbalances, as well as dysmotility. But this course really does not focus on how to treat and manage SIBO. It talks about what are the other underlying drivers. So it's a wonderful foundational course also for everything functional gut related. The dysmotility is more discussed in level 1, but it is a big driver, of course, of chronic SIBO, so we couldn't leave it out here. But in more detail, lesson 1, which starts October 1st, is symptom management. And one of the reasons I wanted to talk about that is because we know that constipation, bloating, and reflux resolves when you treat your patient if it's SIBO related. But many times it takes quite some time before these symptoms are alleviated, particularly constipation. So it's good to know what other tricks you have up your sleeve when you see patients that are chronically suffering, because it's easy to get them out of discomfort whilst you're treating the overgrowth. Lesson 2 is all about food sensitivities, healing leaky gut, and food reactions and fungal overgrowth. Leaky gut I go into much more detail here in terms of what really happens and how to heal it. It's a big topic and it's very relevant in SIBO management, and also the development of food allergies from healing leaky gut. And I go a little bit more into virulence factors for candida and other fungal elements in lesson 2. Lesson 3 focuses on primarily food intolerances that can really derail your SIBO treatment, because people can be very reactive and it's confusing if it's due to SIBO or due to food intolerances like salicylates, histamine, sulfur, and oxalate, and how to differentiate between them. Lesson 4 is large bowel imbalances, and we all know as SIBO practitioners that very often there are other imbalances that are not particularly related to SIBO, but that definitely contributing to your patient's digestive symptoms. So that could be microbiome imbalances, parasites, and other conditions that really contribute to these IBS type symptoms. And in lesson 4 is week 4. So that week we also have a live Q&A to where I can answer all of the questions that have arisen out of the previous 4 lessons. Then we proceed with lesson 5 that talks about chronic sympathetic nervous system activation. So chronic stress and overwhelm and its impact on the enteric nervous system and how to work with anxious patients. Lesson 6 is about what I call the SIBO matrix, which can involve other sort of terrains issues that contribute to why people can't improve. Something in the order of SNPs or genomic contributions and poor detoxification and acid-base balance. So these really fundamental and foundational understandings of how the body gets dysregulated under these conditions. Lesson 7 focuses more on other syndromes that are associated with more advanced SIBO cases, like mast cell activation syndrome, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, stealth infections, and chronic inflammatory response syndrome or mold toxicity. So all these can also have SIBO as an underlying factor. So how to manage those and how to get on top of those is the topic of lesson 7. And lesson 8 is I present a number of case studies that highlight these different underlying drivers and how I've managed them in my patient. And then that week we have another live Q&A. Now each lesson is basically a summary overview of the topic. I don't want to give you hours and hours of lecture on each topic, so it's really well summarized. It's immediately clinically applicable, and also each lesson has supporting files like patient handouts, instructional videos of how to do things like enemas, how to do hydrotherapeutic treatments to increase circulation to the gut, how to instruct your patient to meditate, and a number of other videos. We also have an online dispensary guide that you have access to that lists all the supplements that we've tried in our clinic and I've tried over the many years, and that get a tick of approval of, yes, these things really work. And we know because of before and after testing. So antimicrobials, pre and probiotics, prokinetics and laxatives, gut healing formulas, and many more. This content is frequently updated and is a wonderful resource for you to just kind of check to see if there are other types of products that might be really useful for your patient. So just quickly wanted to share my excitement about this upcoming course. For those of you who've done the biphasic treatment protocol course, this is revised and expanded, so it's still a really worthwhile course to take in your progression and in your journey to become a SIBO master and to be SIBO doctor approved. So please follow the link down here, and we'll see you in the course, and can't wait to share a lot of some of it very new material in your SIBO quest to find true healing for your patients. And I thank you for your attention, and I will see you very soon.